I'm with Lou Picard. Hi, Lou. How are you?
Good, very good, thank you.
Now, when I came up to Children's Village, I parked my car and I went to a big room that had some dogs all around there, and I saw you. What were you doing there?
Actually, that's the East Coast Assistance Dogs. That's our canine training center, where we train dogs for people with physical disabilities.
Okay, and how are you involved?
I'm the executive director and the founder of the organization.
Only. Okay.
Only.
All right. So we're at Children's Village, and I mean, how did this ever start at Children's Village? I mean, Children's Village is a sort of like a place for young men and to come to and go to school and to residency and so on and so forth. But you're training dogs there.
Yes. Back in 1998. I wanted to train service dogs for people with physical disabilities, and at the time I had a daughter in special ed, which was going through a really rough time, because once you get to a certain age in special education, the rest of the kids find out, and then you become labeled. But what I realized is that the dogs helped her focus, they helped her keep calm, and they helped her be patient. So I wanted to be able to transfer that to a bunch of other kids. Usually your special ed kids never get the top of the list items. So fortunately, Children's Village had the same kind of vision I did. They wanted to give the best for their kids. They wanted to give their kids opportunities, and they took a chance on us. And we've been here for the last 12 years training dogs.
So you actually literally got on the phone, or you physically came up here? I mean, it's pretty exciting kind of a thing.
Thanks. I was already at a program we're actually at 5 different schools throughout New York.
Oh, really?
Residential treatment centers. And the first one was the Green Chimneys out of Brewster, New York. Sam Ross there is the guru for animal-assisted therapy, animal-assisted activities. So he knows how animal-human bonding affects people and also how it affects kids. So I called him on the phone. I asked if I could come and meet him and talk to him, and I did. And right from then, he pretty much hired us on the line, right on the spot. And then as the word got out, other agencies started calling us. And that's if we start programming.
Yay! This is so good. You know, actually, I haven't mentioned it yet, but in any case, I play in a pet rock and roll band.
All right.
And all the songs we do, Hound Dog, we do a whole bunch of rock and roll songs. But it's built with veterinarians and animal shelter people, and actually, I'm a pet minister.
All right.
And so with the realities of science nowadays. They have learned more and more that the animals kingdom are our brothers and sisters. They have the same DNA. They have the same makeup as a human being. Yeah. Isn't that because? And now they're proving it more and more. So, you know, when they used to say a dog is a man's best friend or a woman's best friend, it's also our brother and sister.
That's right. And actually, we could inspire to be more like them. It would be a lot nicer world.
What do you love about animals?
Everything. I actually love the fact that they give unconditional love to us, and they're always trying to reach our expectations and make us happy.
Wow. How about the kids here? What do you think?
Well, you know, the kids are amazing. They come here and they have their own scars, their own war battles, or what they call scars or war battles that they've come through, and they come here to heal, to get better, to find a safe place. And going through the dog program, raising, training, teaching a dog, no one has to tell them if they did a good job or not. They know if the dog responds. And then they start to feel that they can trust. They start to understand what unconditional love is through the animal. And then, again, they grow. They learn a lot about themselves. And when you have a 14 or 15-year-old teenager who's been devastated in his own life, be able to go through a process and then give such a gift as a service dog to another person and give that person independence is both humbling and empowering at the same time. We watch these kids go from barely wanting to talk or really shy to doing public speaking and being able to have bragging rights on their dogs and what they've done here.
Is tonight's ceremony and tonight's giving the dogs to veterans and so on, is that new?
Yes, it's a first for East Coast Assistance Dogs. It's the first time that our team training is focusing strictly on wounded soldiers. We have placed dogs with vets in the past, but it wasn't as a focus. It was, it was a person who applied, maybe he was a veteran years and years ago, and and was hurt. But all 4 of these soldiers were hurt in the Iraqi Operation Freedom, and have recently been disabled. So that's important to us. It was also very inspiring to the boys to be able to know that they were not only training dogs for people with disabilities, but actually training dogs for American heroes.
Okay, well, that's I'm sure, though the passing of the dog to the veteran in this case, it's almost like passing probably the child from the house to their next mate, or even
college, right?
College,
moving on.
Oh, that's right. You get that whole syndrome when your daughter or son moves out of the house, right?
Yes, yes.
Empty nest syndrome or something like that.
Empty nest syndrome. Yeah, that's what they call it.
Do you have conversations with the students about that? I mean, now they've done their job. They wish and pray and hope that it was good, and now they're without a dog, or now they get another dog.
Well, they do. They get another dog.
Post something.
Yeah,
syndrome.
Yeah, post dog syndrome. No, they get another dog right away, and the way the dynamics of the program is that they know this is a vocational training program. Right from the beginning, it's a project they have to work with other students on, because every dog has at least 2 trainers a day. They understand that they're making a product. They're making the best product they can, and it's going to go out to a person. Of course, they're upset because they fall in love with their dogs, but they can, like I said before, they can stand back and brag. They can stand back and say, hey, I got that dog to turn on a light switch, or my dog saved that person's life, and it's all true. It's them.
Okay, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing this, to be a founder and to sit back 12, 13 years later and know that it probably was not that easy to happen, and I'm sure there's been, as in any business, ups and downs, and times that you said, what am I doing?
I never said, what am I doing? Sometimes I was like, boy, I get paid for this? This is
on that side. Oh, well, good. So you've had some stability.
Yes. Yeah. Well, the schools have given us some stability. A little worried right now with the financial market, but I'm a true believer, and if you're doing good out there, good things come back to you.
All right. Well, Good News Broadcast loves that concept.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.